What's up, y'all? We back here for the next stream, live trading stream. So we're gonna check out Forex Factory real quick. So I should have been up earlier around like 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock right now. This is completely my fault. I had checked Forex Factory last night and I thought there was some news at 9:15. And if you know me, I don't trade um before news, like an hour before news, 2 hours before news. I want like a good amount of time before news would come or just trade after news. So that's my fault. I thought there was gonna be news. I looked at here, I was like, wait, am I tripping? I thought it was gonna be 9:15, but it's whatever. So before we start checking the charts, we're just gonna go into all my accounts again. I'm gonna just show y'all that I didn't everything is the same from yesterday because yesterday I didn't take any trades. So I'm gonna just show y'all that everything basically matches up with yesterday. We go into my first account right here. Let me actually just log in. Everything is saved here. Oh, that's my wrong one right here. Yeah, Um, log in. Alright. Okay, this is the account right here. As you can see, everything is the same from yesterday. You know, I was in drawdown 7.91. So that's the 50K account. The next one I'm gonna show y'all is the 100K account with the 5%ers. Just waiting for all this to load. Okay, as you can see, everything is the same. You know, like I said, they're on their dashboard. Isn't accurate, so the drawdown is not 2.2%. Like I'm down $3.4 thousand about that on this account, which is not bad. Then the last account is right here. As you can see, it's another 100K account balance right here. All the drawdown is right there. So everything is the same. So let's actually go into the market. So the market we was looking at yesterday was this one right here, and it was looking clear, but me looking at it right now, it looks completely unclear. And now the one thing you got to know about trading is even though you can have a bias about a certain direction and you're wrong about that direction, it doesn't mean that you lost money. Uh, that's a common misunderstanding. So right around this time right here, I wanted price to come against that 10, which is that black line, or the 20, which is the white line, and create a potential opportunity. So I just want to look back at really at it real quick to see what happened. And based on what I'm expecting, even if I was looking at it at this time, which I wouldn't be, this is like rollover or whatever, you know, shouldn't be trading that either way. You see, what I'm expecting was I wanted price to come to that 50, push higher, right? Reject nicely off of that 10 and 20 as it's rising, and it did none of that. It just looked very weak. So it would have been have no trades. That's why I mean, like, when you have a bias, it doesn't matter if you are wrong. You can be wrong about a bias and still make money, or you can be wrong about a bias and take no trades. So me just looking at this, what I would want price to do. So let me just go on my higher time frame to see what's really going on. So the cycle looks nice on the higher time frame. Let's see. Based on what how this is looking, it's like okay, it came up flushed. Started again. So it's starting to reflush again. So I'll call this a V flush. I gotta be careful now because it keeps flushing out. So we had a flush right here. We only made on one break of structure, two breaks of structure, then it reflushed. So I'm gonna give it like another opportunity before I decide what kind of market condition this is, because the market condition can quickly change over here based on if it's doing the cycle or if it's failing the cycle. If it's not doing the cycle, and if you I talked about the cycle in the last live stream. So If it's not doing the cycle, that means the market condition has changed, but it doesn't mean that I need to change my strategy because there's tons of markets out there that's gonna have the same market condition. You just gotta analyze, like find them. So what I would want price to do is re-break a high right here. Um, yeah, only broke down one, so I just wanted to re-break a high, then pause cleanly against that 10 and 20. But for now, there's nothing to do. It just looks unclear for now, so I'm gonna just put this in blue. I'm gonna just quickly scan through the other pairs based on what I was talking about yesterday and what I look for. Just scan through everything to to see if anything looks clear. Hey, let's see. Loki, if these two pairs looks clean too, I'm gonna be taking them also for. I have a challenge going on where I'm growing $100 for y'all and then giving away the profits. And I haven't been able to find trades because I'm looking at only at forex pairs. And these forex pairs are starting to look like potentially clean. Let's see. Yeah. So what I would want for UA to do is so we have a flush, so price came under the MAs. So in order for me to see the cycle of price, I wanted to break higher. So it's basically the same thing I was expecting yesterday. A break higher, then we pause against a 10 and 20, and then I'll look for a setup on the 15-minute time frame. So it could set up. Then the same thing for UCAT, it's the same thing. So we had this flush. So I think yeah, at this point right here, I think this is where we was at yesterday. Yeah, this was where we was at yesterday. We was expecting price to break higher, then pause against that 10 and 20, and then continue higher. But our analysis failed. Let's actually look at what happened here. Same thing. Look, there would have been no opportunities. We came down to the 50. We didn't push higher, then pause cleanly against the on rising 10/20 EMAs for a buy stop. So even if I was looking at trades at this area, there would have been no opportunities. So basically, it still looks good right here for it to do the same thing. So what I would want price to do since it reflushed down again, we can wait for the next break of this high, right? And then we can just wait for another pause against the 10 and 20 and then wait for the setup to occur on that lower time frame or it's on the lower time frame on that 15-minute when it's pausing against that the black and red line on that 15-minute time frame. You're gonna notice it's gonna be close to the 50 or at the 50, then push up, do a nice pause like one candle after for a buy stop, but nothing to do. And I'm telling y'all, if I don't see like if all the markets look unclear, I will be ending the stream because I'm not just gonna. I'm not like a higher time frame trader. I could trade the lower time frames, but I want all my accounts to be consistent. I'm I may take lower time frame trades for my challenges, but usually when the I don't even know. I low-key I might want those to be consistent as well. I'm trying to pass those. Okay, USD JPY. Let's see what we're doing. So I said I wanted to look for shorts. Um, because I'm in the middle for USD JPY. Because on the weekly time frame, yeah, did my there we go. I didn't know what that was. On the weekly time frame, we're in bullish like structure based on like we need at least two breaks or more, break of a low, break of a high to continue the overall trend. But the fact that we're not supporting the MAs makes me want to look for short-term shorts right here. I will have to be careful with the type of management because I have to keep in mind we're still in overall bullish structure, even though the price isn't supporting the MAs. It could still go higher, and that's what I said in the last stream. Okay, so the short-term flow is to the downside. So we had the flush right here, came down, paused at the 10 and 20, but this is a higher time frame area. You're gonna notice that all the stuff happens on every time frame and stuff like that. If the lower time frames aren't clear, it's the cycles probably happen on a even higher time frame. It's making the setup on a higher time frame. If you get what I'm saying. Okay, let's see what we see right here. So I think we was at this point in time, so we flushed down. It didn't look clear. So the last time we had a flush was right here. Let me just call this the V flush. So there we go. So price kind of came under the MAs. We made this labeling it out for y'all. Because like I said, after you get the flush, you're gonna notice at least 1 to 4 breaks of structure if it's a good market condition with my personal strategy. So it's VBS one right here. Then we have the second one. Okay, this doesn't look too bad right here. It doesn't. Um Potentially, let me actually just continue labeling this out first before I tell y'all my thought process on this. So we had the second break right here. Now, if we can pause nicely against this 10 and 20, right? This 10 right here, like which is approaching right now as we speak, right? You can check what it looks on the lower time frame as well. So you notice how I said like on the lower time frame it's gonna be close to that 50. So once we get it close to that 50, all I want is something like this right here. Basically, we came to that 50, we made a move down, right? We made a pause, which is at least 1 candle that prints before taking out the previous candle's low in this case, right? And it pauses nicely against that 10. You see how um you're gonna notice that price is just gonna reject nicely off of that tenant in this area, even though it didn't show it at this moment that price was gonna drop. It's the way how it looks in the area right here, you're gonna notice it like see how it rejects off of that MAs, and that's just a sign that it might want to continue higher. So that's like an area where would be like a sell stop with a stop loss above that the high right here. So I wouldn't be interested in stuff that look like this where it breaks through completely, comes down, breaks through completely because it's not showing like the orders are supporting the move down basically. So what I would want to do is I'm gonna wait for a move down, poses nice against that either the 10 or the 20. And as long as it holds that, I'll set up a sell stop. And if it ends up breaking the 20 or the 10, like really like ugly, then I would just cancel the sell stop before my entry is tagged. Simply like that. That's how I would be able to cancel orders, um, or cancel a trade idea. So let me see. I'm gonna set an alert. I look, you don't want to set an alert right here at the 50 because it can come close to the 50 as well and then make the setup. It doesn't have to come towards the 50. It's not like a set rule, it has to be the 50. It can come like close to it. So, what should I do? I'll just set alert like on this line right here. I gotta keep in mind that the MAs are moving as well. So, do something like that. And then I'm gonna set an alert. Uh, okay, trend line. So we got alert at the trend line. And this is USD JPY right here. So I actually like this for some short-term plays. So I'm gonna put that in green, put that up here. Let me just check out the other markets as well. What is going? Oh, what happened with gold? Okay, gold. I did not expect that because yesterday we saw gold all the way down here, and I was like, okay. Because overall, I'm bullish on gold. Let me actually look at the higher time frames because we're the 1 hour time frame is called the validation time frame for me. That's to validate what the context time frame. It's telling me, and the context time frame is my daily time frame. So let me see what's going on over here. Okay, so we could consider. Said this is a C flush, and I said that we could wait for the clear of the high right here. Based on that right here. Okay, okay. So this is showing pretty good momentum already right here. So now it's making me think like, all right, the fact that I'm on the slower time frame, right, and it's showing some good momentum with multiple breaks of structure. Like you could clearly see the momentum right here. This is where like you have to consider what price is doing at the moment is too. So I remember I said I would consider this a C flush right here yesterday, but this could potentially actually. I'm trying to see if I should consider this the flush right here, or should I consider this like the second break of structure based on how price is moving on here? Hmm. Yeah, I think I might consider it like that. Actually, so we came up immediately. That's the thing. We started pushing up immediately with a lot of momentum. Like you can see it with the two candles right here. So I might be able to, instead of calling this the C flush, I might be able to call, because if this was a true cycle, a momentum cycle, like I said, it needs to make 4 to 5 breaks of structure. Ah, shoot, right here. CBL S2 right there. Then this is like this is a clear flush. Like it came under the MAs, all of it. So flush. This makes sense to me actually. Yeah. So y'all can see how I view structure though. Like these small short-term breaks of structure are just for the purpose of a higher time frame leg. That's why I ignore it. Because my whole goal is to potentially catch a runner. It doesn't mean I will get a runner. You know, sometimes I may get a 2 hour gain, 3 hour gain, 1 hour gain, but occasionally I will get like a 6 hour gain, 7 hour gain, 8 hour gain. Okay. I actually like gold, to be honest. If we can pause by that 10, which should be around this 50 right here, and then we can create a setup around here, pause nicely against the rising 10 and 20, then I'll set a buy stop. Yeah, I like it. Market's looking good. We put in a alert right here. And you know what's also like a confluence I could use as well? As it flushes down to the 20, I mean to the 50, which is the blue line, it's also gonna break the low. And if you watch the last live stream, how I view structure is if we make 2 breaks or more, right? Sometimes we're gonna have a break of a low, but that break of the low is potentially for the purpose of re-breaking higher. So that also matches with that theory as well. So that's another confluence. So did I set the alert? Alert, trend line, gold, ugh, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. So I got an alert there. Um, I know US 30 was not looking clear at all. Yeah, you can just tell based on the spot. On even on this lower time frame, I can just tell it's not looking clear on the higher. Yeah, look at this. It just doesn't look clear at all. I might just take off US 30 off of this watch list because it started. I ain't gonna lie, like the condition, the market condition on the higher time frame is not ideal because it keeps flushing back. So I might just take this off the watch list. Bitcoin, we could it's not ready at all. It made a double break on this the context time frame, which just shows me short term plays. But the fact that the weekly is showing us overall bullish just makes me want to ignore that short term plays and just wait for it to become clear in the bullish direction. So we have USD JPY that I'm looking at and gold right here. So those are the two pairs, two markets that I'm looking at actually. Yep. Let me see what it's doing. Let me take off this mini drawing right here so I can see price clear. Okay, right here. Yeah. Oh, gold ain't wasting no time. All a game of patience. Yeah, gold is looks like it's setting up right now. I like gold. We're still not close enough to that 50, but I like it right now. That's where I'm gonna be. Most likely, I'm gonna probably find a trade today. Finally, finally, I haven't found any trades at all February. So, I didn't make any money February. January, I had a losing month. I think it was like around 2% I lost. Somewhere right there. Just waiting patiently. So what am I doing while I'm waiting? I'm just on my Instagram right now. I'm about to post on my story that I'm live right now. Just bored. Post the link. There you go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure all my accounts are connected because I think I disconnected them. Traders Connect. Uh, um, uh, Am I tripping? No, I'm not tripping. What? Uh, oh, I know I'm not tripping here. No, I'm not tripping. What? I know I'm not tripping. That's why I'm not tripping. Right. I don't understand it. That's what I typed. Okay. I guess. I guess. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm basically just connecting my all my accounts together. Cause certain markets when I trade it, I have to like place it separately because the different what's it called, pricing. I can map the symbols. I've been trying to do that, but I don't know. I've been it's been confusing me. So I just been just doing that manually. So since it's something like gold, I can connect most of my accounts except the Effexify accounts because recently they had changed on the type of uh symbol. Basically, it's kind of different. Basically, so I have to map it in order for me to connect that as well. Uh, okay. This is actually not the risk settings as well. I don't get confused by that. So I'm just basically actually I don't need to turn on the I have to enter the Effectify accounts manually. So that's the funded, okay. So that everything is connected because gold looks like it could potentially set up. And let me just get my accounts open up and prepared. Uh, Come on, just logging in. There we go. And what we can do is uh, what I usually like to do is open up like two different browsers so I can have two different windows open up at the same time at least. Type in the 5%ers just like that. Um, just like that. And then the last, so that's one, that's two. Okay, the last account is that MetaTrader account. Um, that, And then what I can do is have all three of them here. Where is it? Why? Did I do something wrong? Maybe I'm tripping. Ah, there you go. There you are. There you are. I'll do that later. Okay. Yeah, I think it's freezing. There you go. Looking at gold. Short window. There we go. All right. Got my accounts up. I still got so many tabs open. My computer's now freezing on this side. There we go. Okay, this thing is freezing now. I'm not sure if it's because I have all these tabs open now, and then the fact that I just opened this up because now my computer's freezing. Because I'm trying to show y'all when I'm in the trades too, like all the accounts. See, it is completely tripping now. I'm gonna give it a little bit of chance. If it keeps on freezing, then I'm gonna just take off all these for now, or delete some of these tabs right here. Oh, it's good now. Wait, sorry, no. Oh, it's good now. All right, there we go. So we're just waiting. Patience. I'm going on my phone right now. Just chilling, y'all. I'm so bored, y'all. I be sitting around the computer. Just also looking at USD JPY. So I rarely have two pairs that almost set up at the same time. Oh my alert. I rarely have on two setups set up at the same time. But if I ever do have something that sets up at the same time, like it's actually both ready for a trade, what I would do is just look at the best looking one and then I'll take one. That's it. I won't take two trades in a day, like two trades at the same time. That is basically exposing you to more risk. Um, especially, yeah, I wouldn't take it at the same time for two different pairs. The most I would do is if I take a loss for the day, I will be willing to take another trade. But since I'm on the higher time frames, most of the times I don't even get two trades in a day unless I'm trading two sessions like New York or an Asian session. Like if I'm being honest of which pair do I like better for trades, I kind of like gold. If I'm being really honest with y'all, only because gold is just gold is just gonna keep going higher. It's gold, and it just goes with the overall bias. But if the bias for gold fails, you know, I'ma take a look at USD JPY over there. But we doing our thing over here. You see how it's close to that 50 now? Now that we're on the 1 hour, is at that 10 EMA, like I talked about. And the lower time frame is gonna be to the 50. So we're actually doing that. So we also have to look at how this candle like actually forms too. Because if this, let's say this is a huge sell-off candle and it comes down to the 20 with a huge sell-off candle, that I'm talking about, that candle is massive like that. Then I'll probably stop watching it, because what I notice is when you have like a huge sell-off candle with barely any wicks, the next few candles, like in this area at the 20, especially at the 20, it's gonna chop around a little bit before making a move and stuff like that. Just waiting. All right, so this is a good area that I wanted price to come to. It's close enough to that 50, as you can see. It doesn't have to touch the 50, right? All I want price to do now is to push up like this, like my drawing, and pause cleanly against this 10 and 20 as it starts to rise up. Something like, I'm trying to find a good example. All right, something like this, but before the high is even cleared. It can't be outside of the high. So out, it can't be outside of this high, but like something like this right here. You see how we made that impulse one candle, and then the next candle right here is just, it doesn't like break through that MA right here. So something like that. And as it starts to rise, the reason why I like it as it starts to rise, because it's showing me like momentum is coming into the market, and then rejection just shows you it's supporting the orders as it pushes up. All right, so we just waiting. There you go. Yeah, I'm tripping. There you go. So usually what I do at this point in time, like let's say if I know that price could potentially set up, to avoid me like actually just looking at the charts, because look, I'm on a 15-minute time frame. It's gonna take probably like an hour, hour 30 minutes maybe to set up, right? So what I would do is just set some like alarms, because since each of these on candles are 15 minutes, I'll just set it like a quick alarm of maybe like an hour, and then I'll set an alert above here because that's where about where I want price to be before I looking for an entry for a buy stop above this high right here, something like that. Just waiting. Let me quickly go to USD JPY to see what it was looking at now. Because like I said, I like how on USD JPY was potentially looking. So it's coming to the 50 as well. So both of them is not ready. It's a game of patience. Oh, look what y'all what just happened. What I was telling y'all. Another confluence. Remember how I said price is likely is gonna break that low as an extra confluence because like how we view structures with that double break, at least two breaks or more, then the break of the low is for the purpose of re-breaking higher and stuff like that. So we already had the first like confluence that price may want to go higher, but we're not taking buys based on that. We need a price to prove itself. And if gold or USD JPY doesn't set up today, that means I take no trades again today, and it doesn't matter. Just chilling. So yeah, I'm doing my some other work besides trading right now. As I'm waiting for the setup, getting some stuff done. That's what I typically do in the morning. Alright. Now that price is pushing under that 50, I gotta just check out the higher time frame to see if it's still valid. Because like I said, this could still be valid. It can either come close to the 50 or come under the 50 and then move all the way up. Because like I said, price is fractal. So my entry is basically a higher time frame flush. Look, a flush popping out, and then it's like the first sign of momentum happening inside this overall range, basically. So I'm gonna hop back on this validation time frame. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about that makes me not want to watch the market right here. So if depending on how this goes, anything can happen within this minute. Like it can have a nice pullback and it show nice rejection. If we can get that, then I'll still look at it. But the fact that we're pushing all the way down with this huge sell-off candle right here, it's just gonna show me the next few candles after that are gonna chop around. So if we do close like that, I'm not gonna be willing to watch this market. I'm just waiting to see how this closes. And the reason why I know these things is because of testing. Some of this stuff is from my mentor. His name is MentFX, but some of the stuff I have added myself, like the sell-off candles, cutting losses, um, down to how I view the types of breaks of structure, uh, before the flush happens. And it doesn't matter. It's all based on your experience. So you see this huge sell-off candle, no wicks. I don't like it at all. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in like I could keep it in green right here, but I'm gonna look at USD JPY now. You see how USD JPY is doing right here? Like we rejected and it's not showing like a huge bullish candle coming into here. Something like that. So let me see how the 15-minute is going. So we came close to that 50. You can see it clearly. Like I said, we came close to that 50. So I actually, yeah, I like this. I like how it looks. So what I'm gonna do real quick is, since this is USD JPY, I can actually turn on FXify because we're not trading gold now. Turn on all my copy traders. So I'm trading my funded my challenge accounts as well, but I'm only showing the funded accounts because that's what actual money you can withdraw. So I don't wanna be unfair to y'all and show challenge accounts because people can say you can have no emotions and stuff like that. And yeah. So what I wanna see, so we're on the entry time frame now. For me to take an entry now, so let's see, we had this move down. Simply what I would want is as price is moving down a tad bit more, actually Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so not. I haven't placed sell entries probably like sometime last year because most of the market's been on an overall bullish trend. So something like this, where if we can come down a little bit more like that, then pause against either the 10 or 20 nicely with like a rejection, then I'll set like a sell stop under here. So this could happen in the next few minutes. Ooh, who knows? We may get a trade, we may not get a trade because simply something like this could happen where we don't pause cleanly, right? We can break through the MAs and price could just fall off the face of the earth. But guess what? You're just gonna see me just say there's nothing to do because of how much experience I have with testing. I've been doing this since 2020. Uh, so what I can do is I have so many tabs up. I hope I don't freeze up my own computer because of the amount of tabs I got open. But I'm print bringing out the calculator. Actually, I'm gonna just do it on from my phone, the calculator from my phones, so I don't risk anything freezing up. Okay, take it in right here. So my master account for the copy trader, my master account is this Definitive Live account right here. Like I showed you all in the beginning, I'm almost close to hitting the max drawdown on here. So I'm literally trying to save the account by risking a small bit of it compared to my other accounts. So yeah, it would be pretty cool if I pass or like if I could save the account, but it's gonna be fine with me if I do uh lose the account because I already made my money from the account, my profit off of the account, and I already had this account for a year. But I treat all my funded accounts like actual accounts. I don't try to rinse and repeat them at all. I don't feel like that's real trading at all. That's why I'm trying to save the account. JPY. Okay. Let me just delete this off the way. Yeah, usually JPY looking good. So if we can get like another candle that can print after it, I'm trying to see like what's it like this, trying to make sure. Well, not necessarily another candle, but it needs to. It's not pushing down enough. Like for I call it the Ryzen 10 and 20 because I want it to push down a little bit more so it can pause on these MAs. But the fact that like the MA is all the way right here, so it's not showing me that it has moved enough yet. Just gonna have to see. Just gonna have to see. That is that's this is actually better right here. The fact that it's right here. So now I just need to wait for the pause. So if we can just pause against something right here, the 10 and 20. Ooh. This is an absolute perfect. I'm just waiting for that pause. Okay, so we got 30 seconds to see how this candle closes, and then I gotta wait for to see how the next candle pauses right around this area. So if the next candle actually takes out this low, then I have to wait again. So at that point, it wouldn't be a pause. So pauses only happen when you get a candle, then the next candle doesn't that prince doesn't take out the previous candle low. That's why I recommend to y'all, like especially if you are on the higher time frames, to do something else other than watching the charts. I'm here just working on some stuff for my business while I'm waiting. But even if you are on the lower time frames as well, you still have to have some form of patience um as well. So something like this, like if even though this didn't necessarily come up like that to the MA like that, like if you was to imagine a move to happen, right? If you was to imagine a move to come out of this, right? So say it paused just like that, and you set a sell stop. Imagine a move coming out of this. You could see like if momentum came into it, the MAs will start pushing down like that, and then it would look like it would basically it would basically look like this area right here with the momentum pushing down like that, and the MAs start to catch up like that. You can basically tell on that kind of thing is happening. So this will look like a good area. So if we can pause, let me actually get everything ready and calculate. I like to calculate everything ahead of time. And if it doesn't, I just cancel it. So I'm gonna put it around right here. Count a bit for spreads and everything. Uh, So I'm gonna place the order from my phone. I like doing it on my phone, but y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it when I place it on the computer. It's gonna be popped up on everything. So something like that. Then I put my stop where the pause has happened, or I could put it right here. Preferably, I'm gonna put it right here. I don't want it to be like over here. That's not where it started. It started right here, that pause area. And then I don't have a set potential target. My goal is just to potentially catch a trend, so I have rules to potentially manage it. So I'll explain to y'all whatever that is. Also, if I do end up taking this trade and it's past 12, I will end the live stream and everything, and I will come back tomorrow and give y'all a update on what happened on that trade. That's if I do get this. So let me get everything ready. I actually like this. Okay, let me see. What's the stop? So I'm not gonna place the actual order until the time is up, until this candle closes. I'm just calculating everything now to get it prepared, even though I have 10 minutes. So this is 28.6 pips. Fine. Wow. Let me actually. So I'm getting everything ready. Putting it in. So stop. 148. Okay, just waiting. One thing I also do is I also don't actually really expect the trade. It also helps me just in case the last second price just pushes under it and stuff like that. Either way, when you've been doing this for a long time, when you practice repetition through testing your system multiple times, stuff like price moving without you is not gonna really affect you because you done did this multiple times. A lot of people like to skip the process and then they wonder why they are so emotional for the charts. We got 7 minutes and 30 seconds to see if we're gonna get a sell stop. I could even get this sell stop right here. Like say if we get this pause right here, then I'll place my order. Price could easily do that, break through like completely, and then like that, and then I'll have to cancel it. So y'all just gonna see whatever happens what I do. So I'm not in no trades. Y'all see no orders are here right now. I'm waiting for the time to actually close. Oh me. Just waiting. Let me zoom in so I can make sure if it touches that low right there or not. So I just gotta see if it touches or not. If it pushes through it, then I have to ignore it and I have to wait again. Like for another nice pause. clearly see it right now. Now that it rejected, I could clearly see the low right there. I usually just zoom in whenever it gets too close so I can really see if it went through. First thing, like if I do get the sell stop, the first thing I'm gonna do is make sure the trade copier entered it for all my accounts. I'm just gonna check for my funded accounts, um, and stuff like that, because that's the main thing that's gonna make me money. If it misses for my challenge, you know, it is what it is. It's not likely, but I just like to verify that okay, I have the orders placed. It's almost time, but we gotta remember anything can happen within this 4 minutes. Oh, one thing too, I think I forgot to mention this, but if anybody is watching, right, don't copy my trades. Only because like I don't recommend other people copying trades because you haven't tested the same system I have, so you're not gonna have the same confidence I will, if you know what I mean. So that's just gonna be a disaster. Okay, I like this. If we can still just, if we don't like break aggressively through everything, then we still good. Remember, like rejection off of the 10 or the 20 is still valid. So this is still valid even though it flipped like that. It just depends on how this rejection is. So you see how it's rejecting as price looks as the MAs look like it can push down. So if it was to on enter me in through the sell stop, potentially momentum, you're gonna see like the MA starts to expand out like that. That's where I want to see because MAs look move like this. So the MAs move sideways, then expand out, sideways, then expand out, sideways, then expand out. That's the basics on how the MAs interact with price action. So it's a very good tool. Like I said, I don't use it as crossovers. Got a minute, so I just gotta see. Do, 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 mm. 15 seconds. All right. As you can see, the sell stop is right here. Let me see. No active orders. That don't make sense. I got an order for. See, this is why I like to check stuff. Why is that happening? Hold on, y'all. All my accounts are connected. Disconnected. That's why. Is that why? That is why. Whoopsies. Why does that say disconnected right there? Okay. Either way, I needed to cancel the order only because I gotta adjust my stops. So what I'm gonna do is get everything like this. I'm gonna cancel the order and redo it because I gotta adjust my stops. So right around this area. So just above this high, as long as we keep on rejecting against that 20, if it just completely just breaks through it, then I'll just completely cancel it. So something like this, it still has a chance to reject because of what's it called? The time. Just adjusting it. Let me delete the order as well. Just like that. It would have been absolutely perfect if it came down from this 10. Okay, so let me put everything now. This is 37.3. I see why I'd be checking over to see if I'm in the counts, because, man, 'cause you gotta realize we make mistakes too as humans. So let me just redo this. Use DJPY. So, yeah, honestly, I will completely cancel this right here. The reason why I will completely cancel it right here at this point is because now it's not looking like it's rising down, if you know what I mean. So we can just, if we came down again like this, and then it starts to look like it's rising down, then we do it like a pause, then it will look clean. But this just shows me like it could potentially just what's it called, like chop around for a mini consolidation in this area. That's why I highlighted this area because I'm aware of this area could turn into a mini consolidation. So it all depends on what it does with this candle. Like if we like break right here, it's likely gonna make it and make that consolidation, and I will have to wait for that, push out like that with a pause again. Or another thing is we got to keep in mind this candle hasn't closed. So if we can, it might be able like to flip from this area too. So it's all about how it closes. Yeah, this is just showing me like price does not, at least for now. So this can either turn into a consolidation, like I said, or you know we can reset up again. Just about how it reacts with with the MAs. Well, just waiting patiently. So again, I'm gonna be working on some other stuff while I'm waiting because like it looked clear up until this point, but it just takes one candle for things to look unclear because now this can easily turn into consolidation. And I like these live streams because y'all can actually see when I'm potentially looking for an opportunity and then when I cancel the order. Because as y'all saw, you know, it was looking clear. I set up my buy stop, and as soon as this candle came, I mean, not my buy stop, but my sell stop, as soon as this candle came, it just showed me that price wasn't clear based on what I'm used to testing. This all just comes from experience. So whatever system you have, I'm not saying you should trade my system. Whatever system you have, make sure you have a lot of testing to the point that you're confident with everything. To the point you know how many what your max drawdown is. A lot of people don't know what their max drawdown is, and they approach challenges expecting to pass, and they wonder why they're stuck in the cycle. It's because you haven't tested your system multiple times, not even through back testing, but you also got a demo test as well. When I was first learning how to trade, what really helped me was all those demo testing. So in my beginning stages, I didn't lose a lot of money on with blowing my live account or challenges. That's because I had to focus on the process, starting off with the demo testing, then proving to myself that I actually was profitable from that demo test. I mean, not the demo testing, proving myself that I'm actually profitable from that back testing on that demo testing for at least 6 months. You know, that's when you can move on to the challenges and stuff like that. Not only that, you gotta actually put real money that you can afford to lose in those challenges. That's how you gain real confidence. So even though it's rejecting, like I said right here, this no longer this no longer looks like something like this. Like remember how I told y'all I want it to look similar to this. It no longer looks like that. It just looks like it doesn't look like it's moving downwards to pause on an MA to continue down. It just looks like the MAs are moving sideways, which is interacting with price. So a lot of y'all need to understand that these MAs interact with price. It shows you what is happening. So it's not likely to even if I was to set a sell stop right here, it wouldn't be valid because price the way how price looks right now, it can easily tap it right here and then continue the consolidation and then stop me out. That's all comes from experience. That was trial and error for me to realize that. And we were looking at gold before. Let me see if gold started to consolidate. Cause remember, like I told y'all that we start watching gold. Yeah, I don't like gold. If this wasn't a huge sell-off candle, I would be eyeing it too. But the fact that this has that huge sell-off candle, like it could set up, but I'm not interested in it. So who knows? It might even make a move and I miss it. But y'all gonna see all that, how all that doesn't matter. The markets ain't going nowhere. Okay. Versus this. This is like a light bullish move to that 10 right there. So price still does look nice for a potential setup. It does look nice. So as long as we come to this, we can even come to this 50 and then reset up like downwards like that. So many possibilities. Hmm. So I'm gonna continue with the work I was doing for my business real quick, yo. I'm probably like 50-50 if it's gonna set up today or not. So if price comes above right this area, I'm gonna just end the stream because likely if price comes above right here, it's gonna take a lot of time for it to make a move right back down to create a setup because we are on this higher time frame right here. So just keep in mind that's just a couple things I'm keeping in mind. All right, so let me keep y'all updated on my thought process real quick. So I know how this candle can close anywhere because we got to keep in mind it's 6 minutes. But based on what it's doing right now, if we if we can like kind of pop out of this consolidation area right here, and you can see like the MAs start to rise out of this area as well, um, then it will be like a good opportunity somewhere under this low like this. And then if we can just like pause against that 10 and 20. So it's basically just the same thing. Same thing I'm waiting on. It may happen because of how this candle is moving so far, but you can't judge a candle based on how it's looked before it closes. Hey, so far it's moving. Let's see. Mm, 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 mm. You just looking. Oh, Okay, see a little bit of move happening right now. Let's unclutter the charts real quick. That low key did look like a move. It's not even doing anything. Wait, I wonder if I could check the volume in the market right now to see if it's likely to let me clearly see there's no volume right now. Where is it? Is it this? Um, oh, there still is some volume. It's decent right now. Mm, just waiting it out. Oh, alright, 13:45. Alright, so at this point right now, I can actually hop off the charts, and the reason why is if price does want to make a setup, right? So let's keep in mind that it's a 15-minute time frame, so each candle is 15 minutes. So in order for me to even have a setup like around like the 12 o'clock area, uh say like let's just say the first candle gets printed, right? We have the first 15-minute candle, that's 15 minutes. It's 11:30, right? Because it's almost 11:15, this is gonna pause. So 11:30, then we let's just assume like that candle made like this huge drop right here. Let's assume, I mean, we could wait one more, but let's assume this one candle is 15 minutes. Then the next candle that pauses for my potential entry is 15 minutes, right? Then next candle that comes, it'll be a that will be so 11:30, 11:45. It'll be 12 o'clock exactly, basically. If you get what I'm saying, because each of these candles is 15 minutes. Assuming the first candle that prints for 11:30 is a drop, assuming the next candle for 11:45 is a pause, and assuming the next candle for 12 o'clock is the move down for an entry, it's kind of getting late. It could happen like that, but it's unlikely for it to actually just move like that around 12 o'clock because I'm keeping in mind the session. Like I could trade Asian session later to see what it's looking like, but the fact that New York is like pretty much over right now and the price is all the way up here, it would have to make this move right now, like this type of move right now for me to even continue to look for opportunities today. So I'm gonna just call it a day. We ain't take no trades. We just a recap, we had set up something right here, but the next candle that printed made it unclear, and it just shown like a clear consolidation after that. So there was nothing to do unless we pushed out of this range. We had looked at gold. We was waiting for gold, but I didn't like gold after a while because instead of printing a nice candle alongside that tenant on EMA and 20, we had a huge sell off, and based on my testing, price usually just chops around after a huge sell off candle like that. So there's nothing for me to do. I'm gonna hop off and I'm gonna update y'all whenever I hop back on the charts. Either Asian session, if they on Asian session, why is that hard to say? Or tomorrow.